Initializing video. Album review. Welcome to the program. This is Metal Robot Reviews.
Welcome to the Metal Robot Reviews channel. I'm your host, Tom McKay, and if you're a longtime viewer, then you know for a fact that I am the #1 guy to go to for a thrash metal review, because that's never, ever been my weakest link. Ever. Okay, obviously I'm being sarcastic. Look, I don't know what it is, but I've never really been the biggest thrash fan in the world. Like, legit, I don't know what it is. I don't mean any offense to the genre as a whole, but to me, most of the bands that come out nowadays under that moniker are trying way too hard to be the thrash bands of old, specifically the Big Four. And it's not really hard to find bands that are doing this. Literally, of the two bands I reviewed, one of which was straight up copy, the other is straight out of the 80s. So it's not really that uncommon. But thankfully, there's a band that I just found called War Curse that is said to be different from the rest of the thrash metal bands, in that they are their own beast. These guys are trying to do their own thing. They are not trying to copy the bands of old. And with their second album, Eradication, coming out, can we really find anything different to talk about with these guys? Well, let's not waste too much time. Let's get straight into it.
Okay, so we're going heavy metal instead of thrash. I can dig it.
So many others left to die.
And I spoke too soon. That's a good solo. Okay, this midsection is pretty cool. Okay, I guess they're doing something different here. They're going for the 3 instead of the 4, so it's not really for too much in the genre. Okay. A Place of Living Hell would probably be a room of people who have seen Endgame when you haven't. Speaking of which, I love that scene where...
Why can't you just let me leave?
Because you still have like 7 tracks left, buddy. You're not going anywhere. Ah, damn it! Someone fix the broom tube. It's broken again. Oh, someone fix it. Did we just jump into Halo?
From homes and thrown into the streets.
Ruby.
Life will never be the same again. This is the point of no return.
Yeah, especially if I say something stupid like thrash again.
Violence causes violence.
Makes sense. I mean, I'd be more shocked if violence caused puppies. That's a crunchy baseline. Okay, the midsection's pretty cool.
The crying gathered to witness you lay.
People are going to witness me lay. They film a movie. There's 2 leads.
Drunk with power, crushing power.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure America already knows the definition of Trump for power, and they're all regretting it now.
The stocks, those in power, protect the power, program them all the same.
Well, no shit. In other news, the sky is blue, and beer tastes like piss. Piss is delicious. That was a nice solo. Yeah.
Guarded from the outside world, a veil to hide the pain.
Guarded from the outside world, a failure to the pain? What?
This world is not for me. Oh.
The world isn't for me either, but for very, very different reasons.
Can you quack like a duck when you suck? Can you buck like a horse when we fuck? Can you take every inch of your butt?
Remove the head of the coward and watch the body rot.
Watch the body rot? Do you even realize
how long that's going to take? I hope you have the time for that. Is that a straight up copy of from earlier in the album, or is that just a copy of Hardwired? Honestly, with this genre, I can't tell anymore.
Evolution's failure.
Yeah, dude, I live on the internet, trust me. I know evolution's been a failure.
We are moving backwards.
Moving backwards? That would imply that we ever moved forwards.
Justified extinction to those without shame.
Wait, is that a violin in the background? In this genre? How they allowed that? How did thrash fans not throw a TV at something with that? That's impressive. Ah, yes. A classic hit the hi-hat like at your girl's butt cheeks while the opening riff plays. Opening. Classic.
The entire world knows my face.
What? Hold on. I need to get the lyric sheet here. Okay, I'm not getting any of this. Hold on, let me show. Can you read this? Can you read this? Does it make any sense to you? Any sense whatsoever? Any sense?
Silence, deadly silence.
Can silence really be deadly? Cool intro. Very stomping.
A war of words becomes the new crusade.
We already know the Crusades didn't work. Why? Only 1100 kids will get that one. Ah, okay, so we can cue the super long outro. This is gonna take a while. Definitely, this fade's taking a while. I guess we're waiting to get to the end. Have you heard about what's happening with UMG, WMG, and a lot of the review YouTubers out there? They've been harassing quite a bit of the review YouTubers. It's been happening quite a bit to a bunch of them. The most recent one that comes to mind is Luke from Rot.net, who got most of his videos claimed and whose revenue was practically stolen, despite following fair dealing, or as it's known in the US, fair use. I even have that disclaimer for fair use at the bottom of my description for this video. And it's quite insane that companies like UMG and WMG are getting away with what most people would consider robbery. I'm not the first to say this, but someone needs to put a stop to UMG and WMG as soon as possible. And if this video gets claimed by them, then well, that proves my point even further. Anyway, the song's about to end, so let's get to the outro, shall we? Wow. Way to waste time there, bud. Trying to bring this video up to 10 minutes, aren't we, eh? Trying to fit the algorithm like a poser that we are. I don't even know what the fuck happened there. Look, overall, this album was actually one of the better picks of most thrash metal that I've heard in most recent years. That is, if I can even call it thrash metal. This definitely does have that general sound and scope of thrash metal. I can definitely see the logo of these guys popping up on someone's jean jacket. However, there's also a lot of influence from a lot of the more modern heavy metal stuff, including some melodic death metal in some of the verses. But that being said, the thrash influence, it wasn't completely gone and wasn't exactly unnoticeable. Going through, I managed to notice a couple of, needless to say, rips from any other thrash band out there, specifically Anthrax and Metallica, just to name a couple. That's not really going to take away from the listen, but any thrash fan worth their salt is going to notice it pretty quickly. And, well, do I think this will change anyone's mind about thrash metal? Because I know there's a lot of other people out there that think thrash is the exact same thing over and over again. Will this change people's opinion? Not really. Probably not. Look, thrash metal is good, okay? There's a lot of good that comes out of thrash metal, but much like death metal, there's only so much you can do with the genre before you end up leaving it. Now look, there's nothing wrong with that. However, those limitations that are created are going to prevent a lot of bands from being able to change anyone's minds in the future. 11 out of 15, because that's how many times I had to rewind a single line just so I can understand it before immediately giving up and just moving on. Thanks for watching. Click subscribe if you haven't already. Stop UMG, and I'll see you in the mosh pit next time. Have a good night.